Hey everybody, it's Briggshill here, and as you can see, I've started a new series. This series is called Cromwell to Comet. Now, this is a Tier 6 Cromwell medium tank on the UK tier, or tree. It is a medium tank, although it doesn't look necessarily like a medium tank. It is a medium tank. It's got a really good engine, so its top speed is quite high, 64 kilometers an hour. It was developed in like 1941-42 and started being produced in late 1943 and all the way through to 1945. A total of 1,070 vehicles were mass produced in that time. They saw combat mostly in the Northwest Europe campaign of 1944 to 45. It's got a very basic 6-pounder weapon to begin with that does 75 damage in the armor-piercing rounds of a penetration of 105mm, which is pretty bad. But it's got a really good reload rate of something like 26. Its hull armor is 64mm in the front, 32 on the side, and 32 at the back. Turret armor is 76. On the front, 63.7 on the side and 56.7 on the back. It has a total of 700 points of HP, obviously upgraded, that allow to 750 I believe now. We'll go into our first game here and hopefully I will start off on a winning start, basically. Now, you may have seen my crew earlier. They were all at 75%. I've taken the crew from the Cromwell tank and added 2 more people to the crew. One is from the Covenanter, which is the tank before the Crusader. So that was a tier 3 light tank, and I also had to hire a loader, I think it was, or a radio man, I can't remember which. So this is a decent map. I like going left on this map because it gives probably the most cover as far as I'm concerned against tanks that are rather difficult to beat, especially when this tank is not very well armoured for a medium tank. I mean, in some areas like the front armour is pretty decently armoured, but the sides is very weak. It's basically made out of paper. And the gun itself, with its penetration at, I think it was 105mm, is pretty decent, but the damage behind it, because it's only I think it's a 6-pounder, so it's like 57mm or something like that. Or it might be a 76mm, I'm not too sure, I'll double check that. It only does 75 points of damage, so it's not exactly the most, well, good, I suppose. So I've got 2 tanks here. I'm attacking. I've got the Crusader and the Hellcat. The Hellcat's got a big gun on it, so I'm imagining if I get hit by it, it will kill me quite badly. I'm hoping I can get a couple of shots on the Crusader. Indeed I do. 2 good shots. And then I make a mistake by doing that. I get the kill on the Crusader eventually, but I do unfortunately lose my life due to the Hellcat basically tracking me and taking off like 200 per shot, which was quite irritating. So that was battle 1. Not very successful. I did get a kill, which should help, but I'm basically going to stop it so you don't have to see it, and we'll move on to the next battle. So here are the results of that round. Didn't do very well. Only got a handful of experience, but it was a good start. Now, I'm just going to have a look, see if I can research anything. I can. I'm going to research this engine. Should give me a little bit more oomph. And then I'm going to go straight ahead. Battle. I quite like this map. I tend to go down one specific route every single time. The route that's on, I think it's in between 6 and 7, but as I've just realised that I'm facing pretty much tier 8s and 7s, I'm pretty much screwed, so I'm just going to go down the middle and hopefully get some scouts. If not, I will hopefully try and take something with me, because inevitably I will probably play the price for going down the middle, because I'm an idiot. So my first kind of thoughts on this tank is that it's really quite quick. I mean, I'm assuming this is now the second engine that I've got, and there's one more to go, so it's even quicker than the first game that you saw. It's got a little bit extra kick to it. It's not a bad little manoeuvrability tank. It's supposed to be quite good for its tier. It certainly gets to where it needs to get to pretty quick. I mean, I kept up with the MX quite well. Oh, Hellcat. Oh, damn it. Fucking pretty much killed me. Excellent. So, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I suppose I'll just have a look at, see if I can get a couple of scouts and maybe not die so quickly. And not try and take the KV on. It doesn't matter, because the Hellcats fucking bummed me up the bumhole. So luckily, the team won. But unluckily for me, I got absolutely wrecked. And I kind of wasted my ×2 for the day by doing what I did last round. But it's still a win nonetheless. That's the end of part 1. See you next time.